Hi, welcome to your Wednesday Daily 5 beginning routine. Let's start laying down on our backs. We'll roll down through the spine, supporting yourself with your hands behind the thighs, drawing the shoulders down, softening the face, and just control your descent all the way into the mat. Let's bring the feet hip distance apart, get really comfortable here, and then just shut the eyes and take a couple of breaths and begin to feel what parts of the body are making contact with the ground. So you should feel the soles of the feet with the toes relaxed and spreading wide. You should feel underneath your bottom. Because we're in our neutral here, you should not feel the low back pressing into the mat. It should be open. There should be weight underneath the middle of the back where the shoulder blades are. There should be no weight underneath the neck. The neck should be free and open. And then of course you'll feel your skull or the center of the head down into the mat. And then reaching out long through the arms. So we let the fingertips just get slightly energized, like a little bit of energy leaving the fingertips, like the arms are leaving your shoulder joints. So nice and long and comfortable and grounded here. We're gonna begin, you can keep the eyes closed if you'd like. We're gonna begin with rolling the marble for our warm-up exercise today. As you breathe in, I want you to arch the back comfortably away from the mat, creating a slope so that an imaginary marble sitting on your pelvis would roll right down through the legs. As you breathe out, we're gonna reverse that. We're gonna flatten the back. We don't lift up into a bridge. We just flatten the back and we create a slope that now the marble would roll up towards your chest or your head. And then with your breath, back and forth, you're gonna inhale, let the back open away from the mat, and then exhale, begin to flatten the back and roll the marble in towards your face. So as you do this, I want you to take the movement as far as you comfortably can in each direction. So there should be no pain, discomfort, pinching. I don't want you to force it, but I do want you to start to mobilize and warm up the low back and the pelvis. You're gonna breathe in to roll the marble to the feet, and exhale, breathe out to roll the marble to the head. So this should feel good. It should feel, maybe there's a stretch, or maybe you're releasing some soreness or fatigue through those muscles. Exhale, rolling towards the head. We're going to try one more breath here. Inhale, rolling towards the feet. And exhale towards the head. And then I want you just to take a breath and settle back into your neutral position so that you're nice and even and flat on top. And again, there's no weight pressing into the low back. You've got space there. We're going to go into the roll up. I will have you take the legs out long in front of you, and we'll connect the feet together into a small V. So I have my Pilates style stance. Heels are together, balls of the feet are separated just a couple of inches here, a small V. We'll take the arms overhead to a point where we can continue drawing the ribs down and in. So I don't want to flop. I want this very contained. And then we'll float the arms to the ceiling, inhale, chin to chest, and begin to roll up. If you need to, you can bend the knees or grab behind the legs. And then once you're up and over, you're going to pretend like there's a ball seated in your lap. You're going to continue lifting the belly and stretch long over the legs. Squeeze those legs together. Again, you can bend the knees or grab behind the thighs if you need some assistance in lowering down. So I'm going to show you a modified version, and then I'll show you a full out. Inhale, chin to chest, so I could help myself up. Stretch out long over the legs. Take a full breath. Help myself back down and stretch out as I can. A full roll up would look like this. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale, up, out, and over. And then a full breath, I'm gonna squeeze my thighs and my tush and my belly to lower down. So please pick a level that is appropriate and safe for your body. You want to find a comfortable challenge. And melt back down. Just one more, please. We're gonna inhale, chin to chest, exhale up, stretch it over, let the head and neck relax, and then melt back down. So you likely scooted around on your mat like I did. So just get yourself centered again and comfortable. We're going to come into leg circles. So we will stretch the left leg out long in front, and we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest and take the right leg up to the ceiling. So if you need to have a bend in the knee, that's fine. If you're able to straighten the leg, I'm going to ask that again. You put a little bit of a turnout, so you have your Pilates style stance. And then I want you to grab hold behind the thigh, the calf, or the ankle, and just gently draw the leg in so you can get a stretch along the lateral hamstring here. Please don't grab right behind the knee. That can just strain that joint. It's not necessary to put pressure there. This bottom leg is still reaching long across the room, and I'm going to ask you to move it towards midline so that your foot lines up with your nose and your pubic bone, so it's right in the center of the body. We're going to release our hands from the right leg, either parallel and bent or long and turned out. Let the arms come to your sides. We will inhale to begin crossing the body, drawing a small controlled circle on the ceiling. So it's as if your foot is serving as a paintbrush and you're painting little circles on the ceiling. As you do this, the pelvis is not allowed to rock and roll. It has to stay very steady. You will keep this opposite hip planted while maintaining neutral. We're going to stay on this leg in reverse direction. So now we inhale to open away from the body, exhale up and around. Inhale to open, exhale to circle. The larger your circle, the more difficult this is going to be. You just want to make sure you're at a place where you can stay steady. We want that pelvis still. And hold here. Again, just stretch the leg in one more time. Take a breath. And then I want you to activate this leg as much as you can. So really from that quadricep reaching long out through the leg, and like you're taking your paintbrush and now you're drawing a line on the ceiling and on the wall in front of you, all the way back down to the floor. So let's go ahead and just shift that right leg into the middle of the body. Let the left leg come in and up. So parallel and bent or long and turned out. You can grab behind the thigh. You can grab the calf. If you're a little bit more open, you might come down towards the ankle. As you do this, take care that the chin is not popping up. We want to keep drawing it down and in. That's going to be tougher, but it's safer for the body. It'll start to lengthen the whole back line of the body, so neural tissue from your skull all the way down to your heel. Gives us nice, long, lean physique. Okay, so again, we're going to release the hands, a little bit of turnout. If the leg is straight, we'll begin crossing midline with the inhale and painting your circle right on the ceiling. Inhale across, exhale. So you want to take care we're not TPing the wrist or squeezing the shoulders up. Everything stays really flat and wide and open. We reverse directions, inhale and exhale. So I am doing these with a demi-point reaching through the ball of my foot. It is also okay to do this with a full point if you prefer. And last one. And stretch the leg in one more time. Again, activate that leg. So let the transition be an exercise in itself. Work that leg so much that you might even feel the muscles shaking a little bit. All the way down with control. We're going to roll up one more time here, transitioning into our next exercise. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale. Come up long and over, find your stretch. And then I want you just to stack up like you're coming up against a wall. Arms can rest at your side. And we are going into rolling back or rolling like a ball, which is a really fun exercise. We're going to slide the bottom towards the feet, and then the hands will come and cup the outsides of the ankles. We're going to round and hollow out the spine, relax the shoulders, and then you're going to tip back onto your tailbone and find a balance. So my feet are not touching, they're hovering here. And you're going to have to use your belly to do this or you're going to fall over. So you're going to hollow out the stomach, soften the shoulders, and then my gaze is coming down into my body. Knees will stay in line with the shoulders or slightly more narrow, so you're tucked into this nice little human ball shape. You have the option of just staying here and holding and breathing. To add on, we will roll back with our inhale, rolling back only until the weight comes to the center of the back, the shoulder blade area. We don't want to roll onto the neck, and we'll exhale back up. So it looks like this. We inhale back and exhale, come up and try to nail that balance again, which is really hard. So sometimes you have to over or undershoot it a few times to figure out where you need to be. This is not momentum. I'm not throwing myself back from my head and my neck. I'm using my core to initiate this movement. Again, we're always getting our power from our powerhouse. One more time, please. Inhale back, exhale, and then hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Try to bring the legs into a tabletop position. Try to release the arms for a breath. And relax. Excellent. Okay, let's scoot the bottom back. We're coming into spine stretch forward. We're going to take the legs open to the width of the mat or just slightly wider, and then we're going to take care to stack up through the spine. So if that means you need to bend the knees, go ahead and do so. I would rather you have bent knees than have a bent back, okay? So up, lifted nice and tall, really narrow through the waist here, drawing the belly in, and then we're going to take the arms out in front like you're sleepwalking or like you're a mummy, okay? We've got the arms out, shoulders drop down. We will inhale and draw the chin to chest, and as you exhale, you will see curve and round the spine. And I like to imagine that there's somebody behind me just kind of bear hugging and pulling me back. So instead of going over the legs for a hamstring stretch, which we've already done some of that, we go back. We're going to take a full breath to stack back up. And each time we want you to imagine that the crown of the head is reaching a little bit higher to the sky. So we just get taller and taller. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale, round. Squeeze that stomach, really draw the belly in. You should feel the stomach here, round out the spine and relax the shoulders, and then a full breath back up, stacking really tall, lifting up out of the crown of the head, and again, it's fine to have the knees bent here. We're gonna do one more. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale, rounds it out. This should feel really good. You're gonna use the stomach to start to control and lift you. Internal support drawing you up. Nice and tall. Now keep this length through the spine and relax the arms down by your sides. Hold and breathe. Should be work. And relax. Okay, let's come down onto the belly. We're coming into our prone press-ups. So we'll settle down into the mat with the forehead into the mat, and we'll keep the legs open to the width of your exercise mat and slightly turned out. Hands will come back underneath the shoulders, and then we will draw the shoulders down and the elbows will face to the back of the room. Zipping up through the stomach, we will inhale to start to lift. So this is a long lift. We're more concerned about reaching across the room than lifting up to the ceiling. And then exhale, coming down. So sometimes I like to imagine there's a little marble in front of my nose, and I inhale, just gently tap that marble. And as you come up, we can do a little check here and release and hover the hands. Make sure we're working from the upper back. We are really working all through the paraspinals, through the muscles along the spine, the whole length of the spine with this exercise, which is fabulous. We inhale up, zip up through the belly. I definitely don't want any discomfort in the low back with this. You can release the hands for a check. Exhale back down. One more, so you can see I am not doing a giant movement here, and that's okay. I'm working from the right muscles and I'm keeping it really comfortable. And back down. From here, tight tummy, let's press up onto all fours. We'll come into a cat-cow stretch. So we spread through the fingers, line the shoulders up over the wrist, and then we want to get our hips right over the knees, soft through the elbows. As I breathe in, I'm going to look up, out, in front, and let the sit bones rise up and behind. So I'm just gonna hold here. I want to make sure I'm still pulling the belly up and in. So if I let go of my belly, I'm going to flop and look like that. I want it still to be controlled, a nice, long, supported curve. And as I exhale, I will press through the hands, round out the back, let the head hang. You can even give it a little shake. Make sure you're soft through the neck and the face. And we'll move with the breath. We'll inhale, looking up, draw the tummy up and in. And exhale, curve and round like you're making a big rainbow through your back. Really press the weight down through the hands. One more time, inhale. And exhale. If you have any discomfort through the wrist or the hands as you perform this, you can simply roll up a hand towel and place it underneath the heels of the hands, and that will help. We're going to come back into a long tabletop position here. Take a breath and relax. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.